Our planet's surface is a tapestry of varied landscapes, and among the most extreme are the deserts. These vast, arid regions cover a fifth of all the land on Earth. At first glance, they can appear barren and lifeless, a world of endless sand and rock baked by a relentless sun. Yet, this apparent emptiness is deceptive. Deserts are dynamic ecosystems, crucial for the health of our world. They are places of immense challenge, but also of incredible resilience, providing a sanctuary for creatures uniquely adapted to survive where few others could possibly endure the harsh and unforgiving conditions. Consider the Atacama Desert in South America, the driest place on the planet, where some areas have never recorded a single drop of rain. In stark contrast, the immense Arabian Desert hosts remarkable gatherings of life. On its remote shores, colonies of Socotra cormorants, numbering up to 50,000, come to breed, safe from predators. These birds must constantly pant to cool themselves in temperatures that soar to 40 degrees Celsius. The very winds that sculpt the dunes carry life-giving dust far out to sea, fertilizing the ocean and creating rich feeding grounds that sustain this incredible gathering. In the Dhofar Mountains of Oman, a miraculous summer monsoon brings a cloak of fog, providing just enough moisture to sustain a sparse carpet of vegetation. This fleeting greenery supports elusive Nubian ibex and, remarkably, a critically endangered population of Arabian leopards. With fewer than 200 of these magnificent cats left in the wild, they roam immense territories in search of sustenance. Deeper within the Arabian Peninsula lies the Rub al-Khali, the empty quarter, the largest sand sea in the world. This formidable wilderness became the last refuge for the majestic Arabian oryx, a creature hunted to the brink of extinction. Yet, even in these parched lands, life waits patiently for its moment. Following rare and torrential downpours, which may occur only once in a decade, a miraculous transformation can take place. Vast stretches of desert, from southern California to the arid plains of Namibia, can suddenly burst into a vibrant spectacle of color. Hundreds of square kilometers become carpeted with wildflowers, a fleeting but breathtaking display of nature's power to flourish. This sudden bloom awakens a flurry of activity, as insects and other animals emerge to take advantage of the temporary, unexpected bounty that has been granted. If deserts are defined by their scarcity, grasslands are celebrated for their abundance. These open, rolling landscapes are among the most productive habitats on Earth, supporting the largest gatherings of big animals found anywhere on our planet. They are vast seas of grass, stretching across continents and providing sustenance for countless species. From the African savanna to the Eurasian steppe, these ecosystems are engines of life, powered by sunlight, soil, and the seasonal rhythm of rainfall. They are theaters for some of the greatest wildlife spectacles that still exist in our modern world. The Serengeti in Africa is perhaps the most famous of all grasslands, a protected reserve for over 65 years. It is a place of grand drama, supporting over 1 million migrating wildebeest in their endless search for fresh pasture. The richness of this ecosystem allows for powerful predators to thrive, such as a formidable coalition of 5 cheetah brothers that command a vast territory. In India, despite immense human population pressure, a profound commitment to conservation has protected precious pockets of tall grasslands. These habitats now serve as a final, vital refuge for the endangered Indian rhinoceros and a growing population of tigers. Across the globe, the story of grasslands is one of both immense scale and delicate balance. The Mongolian steppe remains one of the largest, most untouched grasslands in the world, a vast wilderness that feels timeless. It is here that a truly remarkable story of revival has unfolded. Przewalski's horse, the last truly wild horse, went extinct in the wild over 50 years ago. Through a dedicated breeding program that began with just 12 captive individuals, these horses have now returned to their ancestral home. Today, a wild population of over 300 roams the steppe once more, a symbol of what is possible. Far to the west, the ancient hay meadows of Hungary showcase a different kind of productivity, one intertwined with traditional human practices. Here, careful management has created a haven for exceptional biodiversity. This includes the enchanting Alcon blue butterfly, a creature with an astonishingly complex life cycle. It lays its eggs on a single type of plant, the marsh gentian, and its caterpillars are then carried into ant colonies. For nearly 2 years they live underground, tricking the ants into feeding and protecting them by mimicking the scent of the ant's own young, a masterpiece of natural deception. For millennia, humans have lived alongside the wild inhabitants of deserts and grasslands, but in the last half-century, that relationship has changed dramatically. The human population has more than doubled in the last 50 years, placing unprecedented pressure on these open worlds. The expansion of agriculture, driven by our need to feed ourselves, has become the single greatest driver of habitat loss, particularly for grasslands. These once endless seas of grass have been plowed and converted into farmland at an astonishing rate, fundamentally altering the landscape and the lives of the creatures that depend on it. The North American Great Plains offer a sobering example of this transformation. Just 180 years ago, these plains were a grassland 100 times larger than today's Serengeti, home to millions of bison that shaped the very ecology of the continent. Today, over 90% of that original prairie has vanished, replaced by neat rows of corn and wheat. The vast herds are gone, and fewer than 30,000 wild bison remain, confined to small, protected pockets of their former range. Their loss represents the silencing of one of the planet's great natural spectacles. The pressure is not limited to grasslands. In the deserts, increasing human development, the search for resources, and the expansion of livestock grazing place new strains on fragile ecosystems. In the Namib Desert, the ancient knowledge of desert elephants is under threat. These herds, led by wise matriarchs, rely on memory passed down through generations to find scarce water and food in dry riverbeds. With fewer than 20 of these matriarchs remaining, the loss of their knowledge could mean the end for these unique desert survivors, a stark reminder of how fragile these populations are. The future of these wild spaces is now inextricably linked to our own choices. What we choose to eat and, crucially, how we choose to produce it, will determine whether deserts and grasslands can continue to support their remarkable biodiversity. The challenge is to find a balance, to meet the needs of a growing human population, without sacrificing the natural world that sustains us all. It requires us to rethink our relationship with the land, moving from exploitation to stewardship, and recognizing that the health of these ecosystems is ultimately tied to our own well-being. Despite the immense pressures facing our planet's wild spaces, there are powerful stories of hope that illuminate a path forward. Throughout the world's deserts and grasslands, dedicated conservation efforts are proving that with protection and commitment, nature can recover. These successes are not small, isolated victories. They are beacons of possibility, demonstrating that it is not too late to mend what has been broken and restore the balance that has been lost. The return of species from the very brink of extinction shows us that wildlife can rebound if given the space and security it needs. In the Arabian Desert, the successful reintroduction of the Arabian oryx stands as a landmark achievement in conservation. Hunted into extinction in the wild, this elegant antelope was saved through a pioneering captive breeding program. Today, herds of oryx once again roam their ancestral homelands in the Rub al-Khali, a testament to the vision and persistence of those who refuse to let it vanish forever. This story is mirrored on the Mongolian steppe, where the return of Przewalski's horse has repopulated a grassland that had fallen silent of its wild equine herds. India's commitment to its wildlife provides another inspiring example. In a nation of over 1 billion people, the protection of wild spaces has been prioritized, with remarkable results. A century ago, global wild tiger populations had plummeted by over 95%. Yet, in India, thanks to concerted anti-poaching efforts and the preservation of its grassland habitats, tiger numbers are now on the rise. This success shows that human communities and magnificent predators can coexist, and that a shared future is not only possible, but beneficial for all. Ultimately, the fate of our deserts and grasslands rests in our hands. The challenge is great, but the rewards of success are even greater. By protecting these vital ecosystems, we are not just saving animals, we are securing the health of our planet and, in turn, our own future. These vast, open landscapes are a critical part of the Earth's life support system. By working to restore them, we can ensure that future generations will have the chance to witness the wonder of a desert in bloom and hear the thunder of hooves across a vibrant, living grassland.